Hi, welcome to Courageously with Martha. I am Martha Davis Alexander and your host for this show. We are on WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network, the #1 internet talk network show, series, network, whatever. Today we're going to be talking about something that has been really an issue for me all my life. We're going to talk about preparing for a joyful season without stress. For me, the holidays have always triggered overwhelm, dread, stress, right? My dad didn't like Thanksgiving, so I didn't like Thanksgiving because I was my father's daughter. And I didn't really see the point of it. Some of that comes from my belief that we came to this country. Thanksgiving is about celebrating, right? A feast between the natives who were here, the indigenous peoples, and the Europeans who came. And then the history of how we treated the indigenous people makes me cautious to celebrate their generosity because we didn't repay it very well. That's my stance. Everyone has their own thing, but I have a hard time with Thanksgiving. So I tend to pass that on to my children. When I was 7, my parents were divorced. Well, that separation and that happened during the Thanksgiving Christmas season. And we are now 35 days from Thanksgiving. And anywhere from 59 days, that's until the first day of Hanukkah, to 66 days to Christmas and 67 days to Kiswana. So here's what I want to know. Do you dread the holidays? Are you excited about the holidays? How do you feel about the holidays? How does that jig out for you? I would love to hear your comments and your feedbacks. Email me at marthadalexander@gmail.com or message me on my website at courageouslyoucoaching.com. Here's where I am. I love to decorate. My house has been decorated for fall forever. And I'm like, do we have to do Thanksgiving? And my family is like, yes. First of all, my son wants mashed potatoes and gravy. And they like some of the food, right? So I had to sit down and say, or I chose to sit down and say, so what is it about Thanksgiving I don't like? What is it I do like? What do I want to look forward to? And how do I want to make Thanksgiving a holiday that I can embrace moving forward? For me, what I came to is, what is my intention for the holiday? And that's what I want to challenge you guys or give you guys as action steps to do with respect to Thanksgiving and whatever other holidays you celebrate over the next couple of months, for the next 60 to 70 days, right? Including New Year's, because New Year's can be a triggering event as well. So can Valentine's Day. There are a lot of holidays that can trigger a lot of things for us. So what holidays do you want to celebrate? What do they mean to you? What do you want them to mean to you? What do you like about them historically, right? In your past, what do you like about them? So for me, for Thanksgiving, one of the things that I love about that is decorating for fall. Now, I do that at the end of August, early September, because I believe that that's when fall starts. We can discuss the calendar another time if you want. And that's when I want to decorate. That's when I want to start seeing that fall, the orange, the beauty in fall. And so it's all over my house. And I love that. And then the day after Thanksgiving, I am ready to start decorating for Christmas. And I love decorating my house for Christmas. I love seeing winter splashed all over my house. I live in Southern California, so I like the seasons, and I like to bring them inside since I don't get them much outside. That's what I love about it. I love seeing my children happy and engaged. They're all adults now. I love surprising my husband with something that he wasn't even thinking he wanted or didn't think that he would get. I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things. I love gift giving. And so one of the things that I have done is, I've talked about it a little bit, is I really had to dig into who I am and what's important to me in order to find out what's important to me for the holidays, and in order to find out what is going to bring the magic back for me of the holiday season. People talk about the joy of the holiday season and having a joyful season. And I want to start helping people prepare for that joy, and leave behind that overwhelm and that dread. And that first step, like I've been saying, is all about the intention that you have and figuring out where you are, who you are, what's important to you. One of the ways I did that was with the YWHY.OS assessment. And if you guys want one, you just contact me and we'll talk about what that looks like. It's one of those things that tells you exactly who you are, and it is so right on point. I was never able to give an exact description of myself. Most people pleasers can't, because we change in order to please other people. So when you get a grasp, and people pleasers tend to have a difficult time at the holidays because there's just too much expectation and too many people to please. So bringing it down to what you want, your intentions and your priorities and what's important to you, it is where you find that magic and joy again. So for me, my operating system, what matters to me, my why, is contributing to the success of other people. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning, helping other people. So that seems like so for Thanksgiving, what I want to do is contribute in the community, is either do, my daughter has in the past, we've done gift bags of food and hand warmers and various other things. Yes, it does get cold at night in Southern California, just so you know. For homeless people, for people who are on the street, or serving at a food kitchen or something like that. Spending part of the day in service to others and then celebrating with my family is exactly what I need to do. So I just want, that's for me, my contribution is the biggest part. The second part of who I am is I do that by challenging the norms, right? I challenge status quo. I challenge what the heck's going on. I challenge, I did that as an attorney. I do that now as a coach and as an intuitive healer. I challenge those things. So you heard that in how I talk about Thanksgiving. I challenge what we're celebrating because it doesn't make sense to me in the broad scheme of our history. Other people don't have to feel that. That's just how I approach the world. I am an out-of-the-box approach, challenging the status quo. That's just how I operate in this world. And knowing that is very helpful to me, right? So knowing that I operate as a challenge outside the box girl, you can imagine that my Christmas might be a little different, or my holidays, whatever it is, New Year's, it might all look a little different. And as a people pleaser, that's really hard for me because I want everyone around me to be happy. So my kids always threw a New Year's Eve party at our house. It was not my favorite thing. just so you know, having 20 or 30 teenagers in my house for New Year's and making sure there was no alcohol or drugs or whatever was a bit of a toll on my husband and I. And it wasn't really how we wanted to spend the last day of the year, and the first day cleaning it up. So really starting to set, what is it that I want? What is it that it would look like for me? How do I want to celebrate this? What does this mean to me? Is really important. And it helps me to know that I come at everything from a desire to contribute to others by thinking outside the box and bringing a trusting relationship. That's me in a nutshell. That's my why, WHY.OS. That's my operating system. That's how I show up in the world. And when I remember that that is how I show up in the world, and that is my natural, authentic being, there's more to it than that, but that's my natural, authentic core of my operating system. I know that before I can celebrate myself, I want to help other people celebrate. That is what will bring me immense joy and happiness. So how do I do that, right? How am I going to do that? And there are different ways that I can do that, right? So brainstorming, it's brainstorming. What's open to you? So for me, I could work at a food bank. I could call Meals for Wheels and see if they need extra help for the holidays. I could, well, when I don't have kids expecting things, do a mission to Habitat for Humanity and spend a couple of days there or a week there. I could do packages for homeless. I could call churches around and see if they're feeding the homeless that week on Thanksgiving Day or whenever, and see if they need food made or if I can go there and help serve or what they might need in terms of that. We can make our own bags and take them out to various homeless encampments that are in my area. And there are many, many other ways. Those are just the few that I brainstormed. So for each holiday, if you look at it and what is important to you, right? That I can see that making my Thanksgiving something to be thankful for. I can see that making me so happy and not just feeling like, turkey has me laid in a coma. I can see bringing other dishes to my Thanksgiving dinner that will make that more fun for me. So what is it for you? What is it that makes you get up in the morning and go, this was a flippin' good day? I am so happy I lived this day and that I can celebrate today. Now, I like celebrating every day, but for these special holidays, what does it mean to you, and how do you want to celebrate? What is a celebration for you? Because it's not always the Hallmark Christmas that you see on TV. We don't always have big families, or we don't always have, we have kids who go to other parents. We have kids who are married and now go to the in-laws. We have kids who, there's so many variations of how families show up now. We have families that are separated by political views, or families that are separated by sexual orientation. We have families that are separated by so many things, that the holidays, as portrayed in our society, are supposed to be all about family and how close we are and how bonded we are. And that isn't always true. So I invite you, if that's where you are, to let go of that expectation, to let society's views of what it is go, and redefine the holidays for what they are for you, because that's the only thing that matters. you and whoever you choose to celebrate with. What do the holidays mean for you? And how do you want that to be reflected in that day of celebration or that week of celebration or whatever it is? Or it doesn't even have to be on the day, right? Thanksgiving can be on Saturday and not on Thursday. That would stretch me, just so you know, in my household, just because I like it on Thursday. So everything all fall can be put away on Friday and all the Christmas can come out. And the next few days I am decorating for Christmas. That's what I prefer for Thanksgiving and that period of time. But you can celebrate Thanksgiving anytime, the weekend before, the weekend after, whenever it feels right for you. And what it has meant in the past isn't what it has to mean today and presently. Take the things you love in your family history, and leave the things you don't. Right? I don't care for ham. We used to always have ham. I don't like ham that much. So we have turkey. I do kind of like turkey. We do mashed potatoes and gravy. I don't really care about the stuffing because seriously, I'm 61 and 200 pounds and I don't need any more stuffing. I really don't. I just don't. Yes, I just said my weight on a national podcast, whatever. I'm okay with that. I want you to have the holiday season you want. You don't have to send out Christmas cards, but you can. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, and it is okay. Over the next few weeks, this is what I'm going to be talking about different stages of preparing for a joyful season from now until, let's say, Valentine's Day, a joyful season, because that seems to be the season of difficulty for a lot of us. That is statistically, suicides skyrocket. Statistically, people are alone and unhappy and sad, and depression and the winter with less sun really impacts how we feel. And I get that. I want to share tools and strategies so that you can find some magic in each of these days if you want to, or that you can decide not to have these days exist for you, and that's okay. You can see the decorations, you can see whatever out there, and hopefully not be triggered by it, but smile because they're pretty, or smile because that reminds you of a happy memory. That's my wish for you, is that we rekindle, that you can reclaim the magic between October and the end of February or mid-February, right? So October 15th to February 15th, let's reclaim our magic and reclaim our joy in that season. I'm going to continue to talk after this break about other ways to set your intentions, other things that you can do, sentences that you can say, places that you can look for what is important to you after the break. So make sure you come back because we're going to take just a really short break for some really important messages. And quite frankly, I dance to the music, so stick around just to see me dance if you want. This is still Courageously You with Martha. I am Martha Davis Alexander. We are talking about preparing for the holiday that with joy and not with stress. And this is WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. You can reach me at 805-422-6865, or you can email me at marthadalexander@gmail.com, or you can go to my website at courageouslyyoucoaching.com. And I would love to have your comments. So if you're out in the audience now and we're live, make sure you start a chat with me. I'll answer your questions, or we'll Have a discussion. I would love that. All right. I'll see you right after these messages. Be right back. Oh my gosh, that was fun. That was a new commercial. I haven't seen that one. That was awesome. I loved it. And I liked the music. All right. So we're talking about, well, first, welcome back to Courageously You with Martha. I'm your host, Martha Davis Alexander, and I'm an intuitive healer and coach. And I have many modalities that I help my clients through. So you are on WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network. And you can reach me should you choose to. And I love it when you do at my email, marthadalexander@gmail.com. That would be Martha D. The D is for Davis, Alexander@gmail.com, or at 805-422-6865. And here's the thing, or at courageouslyyoucoaching.com. So we're talking about preparing for the holidays, preparing to have a joyful holiday season from October through February, because there are a lot of holidays in there that sometimes get a little sticky. So write each holiday down that you celebrate, or that your friends celebrate, or that your family celebrates, or that are important to you for whatever reason. Why are they important? What do they mean to you? And what type of celebration represents that, right? So it's President's Day or Martin Luther King Day, any of those holidays, right? Because there are more holidays than the ones we normally think about. What do they mean to you? What does Thanksgiving mean to you? What do you like about it? What do you want to keep? What do you want to get rid of? What do you want it to look like? So if I would wave my magic wand, and just so you know, of course I have one, right? Of course I have one. If I were to wave my selenite wand for you and give you anything you wanted, what would that day look like? What would it be? If I were to wave this and have it be true, what would you want? Right? And then let's intentionally set it for you to have it. While I will be telling you how to do this on this podcast, I'm also running a group program which includes coaching and healing. It starts on November 1st. Or maybe it's the 2nd. Hold on. It's whatever it's the 2nd. It's the first Wednesday of the month, starting in November. It will be every Wednesday from 10 to 11 Pacific time. And we're going to be doing this. We're going to be going through the exercises. We're going to be picking and talking about. I'm going to be coaching people as to what the issues are with a holiday for them. My issues? My family disintegrated in front of my eyes during the holidays. My brothers and I don't really Celebrate Christmas. So when Christmas comes around for me, we have Christmas morning, we open gifts, and for me, it's over, right? I'd just as soon take down all the Christmas decorations and move on. That is not how my family feels. That is a very disruptive feeling that I have that disrupts their celebration. So for me, I need to find out what it is that they want from the rest of that day, right? What is it that they want to do? I know what I want to do this year for Christmas. I've already discussed it with my husband. I don't know if my kids are on board yet, but I want to go to the snow. Yes, I don't live in snow. I live in Southern California. I want to drive to snow. I want to go sledding. I don't want to ski because I have a really hard time standing back up, but my kids can ski or snowboard. I want to go sledding. I want to make snow angels. I want to make a snowman. I want to go ice skating. I want to do winter activities with my kids and my husband, all adult kids, just so you know, and really enjoy winter. That's what I want to do for Christmas. Because you see, at this point, my kids are old enough that, well, one of them already has his Christmas gift and his birthday gift. And the other one wants the same thing. So that'll be done. I'll have small, things that go in something over the fireplace. I will have small things for them that are fun, and I'll have something for my husband. But I don't want to do a big, too much stuff. I just don't want to do it anymore. I want to go and have an experience. I don't want to open gifts and do nothing. I want to do something fun. And for me, that's outdoors in the snow, go snowshoeing, cross-country skiing. It will be amazing. And that is a celebration for me that I can really get behind. What is that for you? Maybe if you live in the Midwest, it's going to the beach because that's what you're looking for, right? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's being with family and friends. Maybe it's a day of games and fun. Maybe I've had open houses where people come and go. That was fun. I have done different things to try and make the holidays more. What is it for you? And you find that by deciding what's important to you, right? For me, it's Christmas time is a celebration of winter. It's that winter, being out, the winter solstice, being out in winter with all of that. And I love that. What is it for you? What is that for you? So I want to repeat that my group program is going to start on November 2nd. It is from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time every Wednesday. There are 5 sessions. There are lots of bonuses when you sign up, and there will be a landing page, and it will be on the Going Solo directory. So, and if you need more information, you can always reach out to me at marthadalexander@gmail.com. My goal is to have as many people as I possibly can shed the overwhelm and the stress and the anxiety and the dread of the holiday season to have an absolutely phenomenal season that lifts you out of your depression and that helps you celebrate life, what you have, what you enjoy, what is important to you. That's what I want. And it will be coaching as well as some healing. I will be doing some group healing and pay in full, get some individual coaching as well. I will also be having office hours for questions and people struggling with coming up with things. Oh, and by the way, one of the bonuses, it's a secret, is it will include finding out your operating system. I will run your YOS operating system assessment and tell you what it means and what you might struggle with. So I will be giving you multiple bonuses and lots of information, and we're going to transform your holidays so that you can reclaim the magic of your holiday season. That is my wish for everyone this year. Reclaim the celebration, reclaim the joy, and celebrate you. Celebrate what is important to you, not to society. Last thoughts on this are next week, we're going to be talking about holiday expectations and how to expectations and boundaries. Holiday expectations and boundaries is next week's podcast. I might have a guest to talk about it with me. I might not. You'll have to come and see what it's going to be. This is going to be really important because after you set your intention, your next step is going to be looking at the expectations of society, of your family, of friends, of whoever, and deciding and setting boundaries as to what you want to meet and having discussions. We'll talk about the next time. We're going to talk about discussions. We're going to talk about forgiveness. We're going to talk about money and money around the holidays. So that's not all next week. I'm just giving you an update on the things that we're going to be talking about. So make sure that you're here live so you can ask questions, or make sure that you catch the replay because these are going to build on each other. And I want to give you, if you don't come to the group coaching, no problem, no worries. I want to give you as much of the information as I possibly can so you can DIY the magic back into your holidays. From my heart to yours, let's bring back the magic. Let's bring back the love. You guys, be courageously you and show kindness. Love y'all. See you next time.